Welcome back to the channel, episode 4 in the PvP Primal Fear series. In this one I find a few small bases to hit and also find a new OP Rathole to build in on Genesis 2. If you find yourself enjoying the content at any time, remember to subscribe for more weekly content, and with that being said, let's jump into the video. Right guys, this is my Rathole build from the last episode. I managed to spam a load of turrets down on the walls and a load on the ground. I did ask someone to pull up because I did want to test the base just to see how strong it was. Better to someone to come now and try and raid it so I can see where the weak points are rather than it just getting offline. So yeah, the main thing I wanted to check is that you couldn't fit a Penguino in. Base spot is kind of small, but it's perfect for me being a solo player. I can fit everything I need in here. I do my cloning and stuff like that elsewhere, and then I just upload it, and then yeah. So the main thing for me is building in a spot that you can't really offline. I'm not trying to be on all hours of the day and getting up early to defend my base spot. That's why I tend to build in these OP Ratholes, because there are some out there that you just can't get in, like, especially on servers like this. This is the tribe that I asked to pull up. They set a fob out the front and then tried to get a Penguino in just to see what would happen. As you can see, he managed to fit it through, which means I didn't really want to build in this base spot, as you could rocket all the turrets pretty easy if you could fit Penguinos in it. At the time when building here, when you jumped in, the hole was so small you could only fit a character, so I didn't think there was no way you'd be able to fit a Penguino, but they're pretty deceiving, the size of them. After that, I went on a little raid at the Desert Crack on Rag. Some guy, Doggy, wanted a new base spot, so I said I'd wipe it for him. Sorry there's no audio in this clip, I actually forgot that I muted my sound. Right, I did come here a few times trying to set fobs up, but every time I'd be mid placing turrets or mid fucking turning the gen on, the guy would just snipe me out of nowhere. I don't know how he was finding my fob every time, but eventually I fobbed up right down the other end, and I think the guy was offline, so I'd started hitting him. Right, the plan was to try and throw a terror out inside and then just munch all the turrets. As you can see, the guy doesn't look like he's got many turrets in there, and he's made the mistake of doing his death wall like how he's done it. It's kind of, especially on this server, it's only one rocket and you're going to drop most of that death wall if you can get it off, or if you can get a terror in there, it's only going to be one bite and you're going to drop that whole death wall. So as you can see, I did manage to get a terror out, which was good news. I ran back to the fob to go and get some health potions so I could heal the terror. Yeah, on this server you get about 4 different health potions that you can spam in the inventory, so the dino won't die straight away to the turrets and it will constantly be healing, which is pretty OP. The only downside is the dino's got to shit a lot when it's healing and stopping you from moving anywhere, so you have to kind of wait a little while so you can move. But yeah, it does the job, and it's an easy way to clear ground turrets, and it's an easy way to drop death walls on here. My terrors ain't really the best either. I did loot them off someone, so I didn't really get a chance to mutate really good health ones like some people have got. I think other people have got capped ones maybe. So after spamming the potions, I tried to get in, but I ended up actually getting stuck on a wall. because the dino's shitting so much, it's not letting me move. But yeah, in the end I do manage to move, but then yeah, it was too late. So I got clapped there, but I wasn't going to give up so easy. I respawned, got another Nova, got another armor kit, and away I went again. Yeah, just a quick suggestion, if you're going to build in spots like this, I wouldn't necessarily suggest doing a death wall, as they're dropped so easy. I would suggest spamming loads of turrets high up on the walls, everywhere on the floor, like literally wherever you can get them, just spam them. And then also putting the gens high up in the ceiling if you can get them up there, or just vault dropping the shit out of the gens on the floor, and obviously doing multiple of them. Just bear in mind that all ground turrets and ground generators are going to be a lot easier to drop, rather than them being high up and hard to reach. It's going to be a lot more difficult. So after taking 10 hours to finally get all my stuff out of the upload, I managed to get all my armor on and gave it another shot. And don't ask why I've got Origin leggings, because I don't know either. I think it's just all I could find at the time. Right, round 2. Let's try this again. Hopefully this goes a bit more smoother than the last attempt. So I gave it some health potions again. I was actually getting stuck in the wall again here, which was pretty annoying. Also, because I was so high up, my character was like kind of in the ceiling and I couldn't see anything. So I kept trying to change position so I could actually get in. Eventually I did orbit cam just to see which way I was going. After that I pretty much got in and chomped the death wall a little bit. I come over here to heal up because the terror was nearly dead. If I was smart, I would have bought some of the injector HP potions, which you can put in your hotbar and they'll instantly heal your tame. Yeah, I don't know why the terror's having another shitting fit. But at this point I could see the generator and I was slowly making my way over to it. But the dinosaur decided to have a shitting seizure and just would not move. Come on, you can do it. I was shouting at my screen at this point because it just wouldn't move. There we go. Slowly I made my way to the gen. And I dropped it eventually. After that I just started dropping the rest of his spam, his foundations. As I say, I'd rated this for someone else so they could build in there. Just quickly checked his body to see if he had anything. He didn't have anything too good on him, to be honest, just a normal kit. I don't know why I started looting all these bags. Like, I pretty much got everything. It was just force of habit. Yeah, I don't know why I got gas. I do not need gas. I was just trying to get the loot for this guy who was going to build here. Help him out with a bit of ammo. Here he is, doggy. I was trying to get the body recovery thing, but it just wasn't letting me do any damage to it, so I left it. Just dropping the rest of the death wall now. Terra having a shitting seizure again. That's just kind of stuck on the spot. So anyway, eventually I do manage to get this turret, and then yeah, I start clearing the rest of the spam for Doggy so we can start building here. Now he was pretty persistent that he wanted to build a death wall. I advised him not to, as basically you can do what I just done, just run a terror in it. But if you're smart, you probably could get away with putting it, that back wall there where I'm biting, you could probably get away with doing a pillar death wall right at the very back. But yeah, just a suggestion. I wouldn't do it where he done it. That's way too far forward. After that, I was just evolving a prime ferry into the unknown harvester. These are pretty OP for gathering stuff, resources. But I have noticed on different servers they kind of get different stuff sometimes. So I wanted to check what stuff this would get on here. Also, if you want me to do any videos on evolving dinos or anything like that, let me know in the comments. As you can see with this one, you can farm rocks. Also, I'm pretty sure if you farm metal rocks, you get loads of other different resources. Right, after messing about on the unknown ferry, I started scouting on Rag just because I was bored. Come across the Highlands cave. As you can see, he only had a few turrets in there, but I thought, why not? I'll just go and have a look. You never know, he might have something good. Got my terror again. Also, it's times 6 in this cave on the damage. So again, same thing. You only need to get one bite and you're going to drop a bunch of stuff. This is not a very good cave, to be honest. I would say in general Ragnarok hasn't got that many good spots. For PvP anyway. Yeah, sorry to whoever's base this is, but kind of your fault. I would not log off when you've got that many turrets up. 5, 6 turrets is not going to defend your base when you log off. So I would not expect your base to be there when you come back on. You should have capped that whole death wall before you logged off. So hopefully you learn your lesson. And believe you, I've learnt this lesson quite a few times. Go and check his body quick. Make sure he's got nothing good on him. Just a bunch of crap. I don't know why I took C4. I literally never used it once on this server before. You don't really need to. I could tell from this guy's dinos that he was probably a bit of a bob, because none of these dinos are any good. Not for PvP anyway. They're pretty weak. Not a good spot to build a starter base. This guy didn't really have anything good, to be honest. Just double checking the bags. Don't know what was going on there. There was something like invisible corpse or something.
I was just double checking all the bags and stuff because I'm not a expert on the Primal Fear Eternal mod by any means. There are still things out there that I don't know, especially tame wise. I know most of the meta for raiding and things like that, but there's still a few other tames out there that I did tame a ginger ninja the other day because they seem pretty OP. I've not seen people using them, but they look pretty good because they actually they knock you off your tame and they bowler you, which is pretty OP. Also, you can carry them on your shoulder, so I might try using them next season. Right, this base here, you can accuse me of mesh biting because I am, but this guy's, all of these turrets were shooting out through the mesh. As you can see, he just jumped out the mesh with that otter, and I'm getting shot here. I'm getting lit up by all these turrets. The only way into this is a little hole at the top. It's like kind of like a glitched base kind of thing. So yeah, if you're going to have turrets shooting through the mesh like that, and I did notice a couple of turrets were placed like halfway in the wall. So I'd say that's fair play. You can't really moan at me for doing that, because if you're going to put turrets in the wall like that, how else is someone going to raid you? Do you know what I mean? Like if I had mesh turrets or whatever at my base and they got dropped because someone was mesh biting them, I'm not then going to go and make a ticket to the admin. Do you know what I mean? Because it's kind of, you're kind of asking for it. And this guy actually did put a ticket into the admin. But like I say, I feel like I was in my right to do what I done. And I did send video proof of all these turrets like lighting me up like through the wall, which is not really fair. Did try and chase him down. I knew what he was doing now. He was jumping straight to the water because he's going to be quick as lightning in there, and he got away. These guys were getting pretty salty at this point. But I did say that all of his turrets were shooting through the wall, and he just wasn't listening to what I was saying. He thought I was lying. But if you're going to build in places like this, someone's going to do this anyway. Not a safe spot to build. I wouldn't say that's a rat hole either, to be honest. There's kind of like a little hole in the mesh at the top bit. Right, this is the new base that I found. Now this spot is pretty OP. If anyone knows this spot, they know how hard it is to get in through that hole. Like you see there, I had to stack loads of campfires, and then you have to jump up and down. It took me a while just to get in myself. But when I did come in here, there was like a half raided base. So I had to clear all the structures and spam, and that took me about an hour, I'd say. Yeah, if you're going to build in here, this is how you want to build it, basically. 99% sure that you cannot fit anything through that hole either. These are the shrines that I got from the boss fights. I can't remember what boss I did now, but this one gives you artifacts, stuff like that. This one gives you basically every resource, which is pretty OP. So yeah, this is my little home.
Hey Nuki Bear, I'm a big fan.
Hey, what's up? Who's that, Quentin?
How you doing, bro?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
Right, so I asked some people in the chat to pull up to my base. I dropped my cords. I just wanted to see if anyone could actually get into the base spot, as I was 99% sure that you wasn't gonna get in. So yeah, as predicted, they gave it a shot with penguinos and stuff, but they couldn't actually get in. I think they're coming back later, or maybe one of the Alpha tribe I think is going to give it a go.
So yeah, I'll keep you updated if anyone actually manages to get in. Sadly, this is going to be the last episode in this season, but the good news is on the 29th the server wipes, so I'm going to be starting a fresh new season and actually get to start at the beginning this time, which will be fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the video anyway, and I'll see you all in the brand new series next week. And remember to subscribe for more weekly content. See you in the next one, guys.